first job was at Fitness 19, which is like an old gym. I don't even know if you've heard of it because it's like kind of
Mhm.
like out of business now, but it might be local. But it's a gym. And for some reason, they had me in a chicken suit, literally a chicken suit, out spinning a 14-day free trial sign. Like
What kind
that
of
was my
weather
first
is
job.
this?
It was hot, man. It was hot. This is like summer, my first job. I was maybe 17. It's my first job. So like I just remember being embarrassed. Like, of course I was young, so I wasn't expected to be like a CEO. But even at the age, I was like, I don't want to do this. Like I don't want to have to do things that I don't want to do because I need the money. It made me feel like less of who I was, you know? I was like, man, I just want to do something where I only do things that I'm passionate about and want to do. But I didn't have any bread. So I had to go and do that. So I was split half my days where I'd do that, and the other days I would go in the parking lot and they'd have me put these flyers on people's cars, like with like advertisements. And I
Mm.
remember I'd do that, and people would see me and they say, "Yo, get off my car!" Like they start screaming at me. I'm like, "Okay, I'm done. I cannot do this."
I
And
could
that,
just picture you running in that chicken
yeah,
suit with
no,
the feathers
no,
flying
so I
off.
didn't have the chicken suit when I was delivering, delivering, putting notes on cars or whatever.
I'm teasing.
But like that was like the moment where I was like, okay, I have to find a way out of this lifestyle because I'm not going to survive here because I have too
Understood.
much ego. I have too much ego to do things for people that I don't like to get money that I need because I don't have bread, you know. And that
Mm.
was a big mindset shift for me. But it took a couple years before I was able to actually kind of put that in motion.
What event occurred that actually started to transition the change of, you doing things that you don't wanna do
Yeah.
to kinda like being active in the things that you wanted to do?
I think really just when I realized that when I learned about wholesaling, like when I learned about, I don't know if you know Ramon Tukes is. I know you're not from Atlanta, right?
I've heard of
Yeah,
Ramon.
so he actually had a book. I forgot what it was called. I apologize, but
It's all
it was
good.
like a beginner book for people that want to get into to real estate or wholesaling. Because I didn't know what wholesaling was. Again, I was like 18, 19. So when I thought about real estate investing, I thought of buying rentals, putting 20K down, buying a flip, and using all this stuff. I didn't know that you could get into real estate with no money down, technically. You know,
Mm.
so when I learned that from the book, my mind got blown. And I was like, okay, the only reason that I'm not rich is because I'm lacking knowledge. Like that was the first time where you don't know what you don't know. So I was like, okay, this is something that's actually not a scam. And this me reading this book allowed me to realize how I can go about and do this. And that's when I became obsessed with learning and investing in myself because I knew that all the stuff that I wanted was inside books or inside teachers or mentors that could tell me things on how to get where I wanted to go. And that's
Gotcha.
what just flipped the switch of it's not that I'm not enough, it's just that I don't know enough. Really just going to Atlanta RIA meetings with Atlanta Real Estate Investor Alliance meetings. So you can go to Atlanta RIA, and there's literally like five, maybe not now, COVID and stuff like that, but there was like maybe one meeting for every single day of the week where just real
Mhm.
estate investors are there. So there was one called Haves and Wants. So investors would come and they'd have deals that they have and then deals that they're looking for. So I'll
Mhm.
literally go there, babyface me, and just say, hey guys, I know nothing about real estate, but I'm willing to learn and I have so much time on my hands and I'm willing to add value to you guys just for an opportunity to get, to get my hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? So I was literally just there just saying, hey, I'm looking for a mentor that has more capital than they have time because I have no capital, but I
Mm.
have time. So people want to get in the game, but they have nothing to offer. They have no like
Facts.
value. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I didn't have any money or really experience, but I had time and I had grind and I had hustle. Like I was literally driving for dollars, I'd walk for dollars if I had to. You know what I'm saying? So
Ugh.
so I just found, okay, what am I lacking and what can I add? And I basically just went there and just said, this is what I have to offer. Who needs what I have to offer and how can we make a deal work? And that's how I found my mentor. People have to realize there's a difference between deserving success and wanting success. Like everyone wants success. Everyone wants to do the same thing, wants to make money, do this and do that. But you have to ask yourself and like really be self-aware of what you're good at and what you're not good at and focus on what you're good at and hone in on that and hustle and grind and master that. And then anything you're not good at, instead of trying to do that, make money from what you are good at and delegate everything else.
Mm.
So I think don't do what I did and try to be a jack of all trades, and a master of none. I think if you focus on your passions and your skills and then use business strategy to delegate everything else, that's how you can create a systematic business that's going to be successful for you.
A little bit about me, man, and my re real estate investing journey what happened for me was that I had an e-commerce store
Mhm.
and we were thriving. And at that moment, we were doing like 5.5 million like that year. No, I'll take it back. It was $2.2 million that year that we did, and that was like 14. And in 15, we did 4.8.
Wow.
But I started investing in real estate, and I did three flips. My first flip, I did 27,000, and the second flip, I did 17. Then I did 22, and I realized that I was making that per day, sometimes,
Yeah.
couple of days. And so I had to make a business decision, and I had to put my money where my money was growing the fastest. So
Definitely.
it sounded like, what you're going through was part of it was, hey, I can make more money here quicker. I'd rather take it here and then invest. Because what I started to do in 2016, 17 was I started to buy rental properties
Yeah.
because I realized that if I had a contracting crew, I could give them the same assignment, same paint, same floors, same everything,
Yeah, and just do it over and over again.
rinse and repeat.
Mhm.
I just acquired the houses, and that allowed me to get back into my business and allow the business that was actually giving me the capital to invest to continue growing. Because flipping was just taking me away because you got to design it, you got to
Yeah.
get architectural permits and things
Yeah,
like that.
it's a lot, it's a lot. So do you feel like not everything has to do with financial gain? Like, for me,
Facts,
if I can make $15,000 a month busting my ass, like, I might take 12 if I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
So a lot of you gotta think of the lifestyle ROI. And for me, making
Mm,
money online, not only was I more passionate about it, but the money came easier, and I saw the scalability to be a little bit easier. Because if you wanna scale being
mhm.
a real estate investor, I mean, your systems have to be on go. Like, especially in the market that we're in, where it's a seller's market, people are paying $10,000 of a purchase price just to get their hands on a deal. Where it's like, if you're not a hedge fund, it's hard to even have the buying power to compete.
I agree.
But with my personal brand, I just felt that the long term advantage was going to be higher. So that's what kind of why I'm moving more towards that, and it is paying off. And my lifestyle, not having to really be anywhere, not having to check in, not having to worry about people breaking into my properties, which did happen twice in my last one. The peace
Mm,
of mind, along with what I was making, was just way more worth it for me.
I
So I
like that
definitely
though, Mike.
understand
You
that.
hear that? Don't let that go over your head. Lifestyle ROI. I like that.
Yeah, you gotta think about, like, how is your lifestyle being affected? Because not all money is good money. I've made money on Flips before, and I was like, it wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
The amount of stress and headache that I went through is not worth what I made if I can delegate my skills here and invest less and have a lower overhead and still make maybe 80%. And with digital marketing and really digital businesses, as you know, with e-commerce,
mhm,
I mean, you can have a website, maybe some ads running, you pay for your logos and your domain, and your overhead is moderately low. But you're
mhm.
flipping a house, you're gonna have to throw at least 50, 60, $70,000 into it. I think people have to really realize, like, what do I want for my life versus what is Instagram telling me? Because Instagram's telling me
Mm.
flip houses, make. Because don't get me wrong, my story views are popping off when I'm literally in there with a sledgehammer knocking shit down in the house. I'm making posts, it's super dope, but I'm making more online, not doing shit. Surveys has nothing to do with real estate, branding, the stuff that I do, but I still have made, at this point, close to 400K selling a digital product that I created once, just because I'm good at getting eyes to my page and then giving them an offer that's valuable. So people think that their lifestyle has to reflect what they're trying to sell, which, yes, that does help to have that, have something that's coherent.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's about getting eyes to your brand and then offering something of value. That's all it is. People overthink it.
So a lot of people may say that, you could go fast alone, but you go far together.
Mhm.
So you're aware of that, right?
Yeah,
So do you think that you ever venture into a partnership again?
definitely, definitely. I just think that, for those particular circumstances, our personalities didn't match. The what was going on with COVID, it was just a lot of, like, personal stuff that's going on, honestly. And that's why it didn't work out. But I definitely agree in having a team. But you can definitely have an online business and have a team and not have people that are in house. You have a
No
copywriter, you
doubt.
have a VA, you have an ad company running your ads. So now I'm taking my talents and what I learned from being in a partnership, but I'm more moving into the digital space.
What would you do differently in the next partnership, regardless whether it's real estate and or e-commerce?
I feel like the first one's gonna be to really establish what each person brings to the table. Like, don't get me wrong, like he's a very talented guy, I am as well, obviously. But I just don't think we mesh in terms of what we brought to the table is almost too similar. Which
Okay.
some people think that you should be exactly similar,
Mhm.
but I kind of want someone to pick up where I leave off.
Mm.
Like where I'm bad at, I want you to be good at that. What you're bad at, you want me to be talented at that. So I think instead of getting the partnerships because you guys get along, you want to get in partnerships that are strategic and I need you to do this because either I don't want to do it or this is going to make me more money if I delegate this and spend time doing X, Y, and Z.
Gotcha.
So I
That's
think
super
just
important for
going,
those who partner up with their friends.
yeah, yeah, friends and family, like that's like one of the worst things you can do, not only from a personal aspect, but you need to get into a partnership, especially, if you get into a partnership and stuff starts blowing up, and you start to realize I don't really need this person, but now I'm splitting 100K a month with someone that I got into because we were just friends and everything was fun. So you have to
Mm.
really start with the end in mind. I say, okay, cool. If we get to this, am I happy having this person being an asset to what I bring to the table as well? So just moving more strategically instead of trying to move fast. I think that's definitely what I learned from that. I feel like if I'm not selling, then I'm actually doing a disservice because I have something that's very valuable and can help someone. Me hiding my gift or my talent or my opportunity from the world by not marketing myself is actually doing a disservice to them. So that's the mindset that I put myself in.
Mm.
And if you don't have a product that you believe in, like I do wholeheartedly, I can
Mhm.
see how it may be hard to get up every day and make content and sell your product. So it's all about having a product that you can believe in and focusing on the transformation of who's your ideal client, where are they, and where are they trying to go? And is what you're offering the ideal situation or opportunity to help them make the transition from A to B?
For somebody who struggles with content,
Mhm.
like what kind of advice do you give them?
Um, I think people kind of overthink it. I think that you can start with just your experiences. Because about being a content creator, it's not just about creating content, honestly. It's about not only just having content, but displaying it in a way that is consumable, right? Because you can look at a HUD statement and it's just like, I don't know what it is, but being able to break down a HUD statement and say, "This is what this is what this is why," and being able to break it down and make it consumable and adding it's almost like taking a paragraph, right? Let's say a giant block of text, right? And you see it. You might not wanna read it, but if you break it down into paragraphs and add it to each different slide of a carousel, "Okay, now I read this. Oh, I'm interested. Next slide. I read it. Okay, I'm interested. Yeah." And you keep going. You kinda lead them in. So I think it's kind of the same concept where you're taking what is the same block of text, but just because you put it into paragraphs and made it more consumable, you made it easier and more entertaining for your audience to digest.
I could dig it.
So I think you should take your content and not just take one idea, do it once and scrap it. I
Mhm.
might take one idea and make it a reel, make it a YouTube video, make it a tweet, make it a carousel, make it a regular post. So I think being able to take one piece of content and spreading it out diversely among a bunch of different content forms is you're gonna hit a lot of different sectors of your audience because not everyone likes the same type of content. Some
Facts.
people only like reels. Some people like text more. Some people like pictures and pretty carousels. So I try to take one concept and spread it out for every single person that likes to consume different types of content. I feel like if I'm not selling, then I'm actually doing a disservice because I have something that's very valuable and can help someone. Me hiding my gift or my talent or my opportunity from the world by not marketing myself is actually doing a disservice to them. So that's the mindset that I put myself in.
Mm.
And if you don't have a product that you believe in, like I do wholeheartedly, I can
Mhm.
see how it may be hard to get up every day and make content and sell your product. So it's all about having a product that you can believe in and focusing on the transformation of who's your ideal client, where are they, and where are they trying to go? And is what you're offering the ideal situation or opportunity to help them make the transition from A to B?